This file is made possible by the support of my wonderful patrons. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome. I'm MrSnake and you are amazing. Do not listen to this audio if you're driving, if you're operating any kind of heavy machinery, or if you're doing something that needs your utmost attention. Only listen when it's safe and appropriate to do so. Anticipation is a wonderful thing, because when you anticipate something, you tend to visualize it. And when you visualize it, you kind of normalize it, and the more you do it, the more often it happens, well, the more real it becomes, the more accepted it becomes, and acceptance is a wonderfully powerful thing. Not acceptance that you're going to go into trance for me, just from expectation and anticipation alone, is amazingly powerful. Simply because you've already thought about going into trance for me today has preconditioned your mind to go into trance for me today. And maybe you envisaged or imagined that you'd go very, very deep today. Maybe you anticipated that you'd go so deep that your trance becomes entranced. That you start becoming aware of how your body feels right now. And maybe because you visualized it and thought about it in advance, fantasized about it, well, that just means it starts happening right now, exactly as you imagined. Your body feels the way you imagined your body would feel. Your thoughts start working in ways that you thought they would work, leading to a natural situation where you've caused a self-fulfilling prophecy of trance, hypnosis, of depth, of surrender. And that's a wonderful thing. And isn't it fascinating how all of your hypnotic experiences kind of lead into this one moment, this place in time and space right here, right now, where you fulfill the imagination, the expectation and anticipation that you've already put in place. So as you start to sink down into the surface you're resting upon right now, you can notice your breathing. You can noticing your breathing. Just like you imagined or envisioned or saw in your mind, your breathing begins to slow. The pace slows down. And as the pace of your breathing begins to slow down, that's when you begin to notice how your body really feels. And how you imagined your body feels becomes manifest. How you imagined your body felt is how your body starts to feel, if it isn't feeling that already. So if you imagine that your body began sinking down into the surface you're resting upon, then it does. It really starts to sink down deep into the surface you're resting upon. Maybe you imagined the sounds that you'd hear right now, and they are the sounds that you hear right now. Because in this moment, all of your prior thoughts about hypnosis, all of your imaginings about how this session would go are starting to come true. Every positive thought you had, every positive visualization and imagining starts to come into being. The way your mind feels is how you thought it would feel. The way your body feels is how you thought your body would feel. How your mind feels is linked inextricably to the wonderfully positive way that you imagined your mind would feel right now. And as you become aware of, and as you become more absorbed by the easy way in which you've almost manifested this trance into being, you become even more fascinated with how it feels, so that you go deeper and deeper with every word I say, just like you imagined, just like you hoped, and just like you want. And you can allow it to take you as deep as is appropriate for you right now. And if for any reason you need to come out of trance, you'll be able to come out of trance easily, effortlessly, freed of suggestions that aren't right, safe, or appropriate. But for now, you can just really let yourself become even more immersed in this experience, just like you imagined, just like you visualized, and just like you hoped for. That's right. And I don't know, it could be that maybe you came here today ready for your trance. You specifically wanted your mind to become filled with my words and my suggestions, to leave you blank and empty and mindless, freed of any thoughts or anxieties. And that's good, because that is exactly what's going to happen. You're going so deep today that thoughts just drift in and out of your mind. And some of those thoughts can stay away for now. Maybe all of them will stay away for now. They can come back later when needed, when the session's over, but for now, thoughts, fears, anxieties can just drift, float away like a feather in the wind, like smoke on the breeze, fading, dissipating. And that's good. And of course, in this trance, you'll still have awarenesses. You'll still hear what you hear, and what I tell you, you'll hear, you will hear. And the things I say, you'll hear, you'll hear. The things I say you'll experience, you will experience. And it's all happening in the here and the now, right now. And just like you imagined, hoped, and wished for, you find yourself going even deeper. So deep that your trance becomes entranced, and your hypnotized becomes hypnotized. And there's no right or wrong way to go into trance, just the way that's right, safe, and appropriate for you to go into trance. And so because it's right and appropriate and safe right now, you can go into trance even deeper than before. But I think we both know that you're already in trance, and you're already going deeper, further down into the rabbit hole of trance, and it feels so very good. And I'm pretty sure that you probably imagined just from the title of this that my words would fill your mind so much that every word I say resonates deep inside your mind. That each word I make, each word I say to you right now takes up a little bit of space in your mind. And so when you think about it, it makes complete and utter sense that if every word I say right now is taking up a little space in your mind, then that must be pushing out any thoughts, anxieties, stresses, or tensions right now that existed in your mind. All of those pesky thoughts are being pushed out of your mind, filling it with my words, my suggestions. And the thoughts you need, you can have back later. But for now, this is your trance. This is your experience, and this is what you wanted and imagined. And it's coming to fruition right here and right now. So as I continue to speak and as you continue to listen and absorb my words, you become even more fascinated with the process, with the sound, that maybe you even feel my words filling your mind so completely that there's no thought left. Thoughts have gone because my words fill your mind exactly like you wanted them to. And doesn't that feel so good? Like an empty, thoughtless mind, you can just nod your head and agree, because you don't really have thoughts right now. The only thing taking place in your head is an awareness of the sensations you feel and the experience of this amazing trance. My thoughts fill and consume your mind, making you go more blank, more empty, with every second that passes right now, and with every word you hear from my voice. That expectation, that anticipation is being met. It's been met so much that you go even deeper than you imagined. As deep as is safe and appropriate right now for you to go deeper and deeper. Each word filling up your mind, taking more space in your mind until thoughts are gone. All you have right now in your mind is awareness of the experience of trance, how deep you're going, how deep you've gone, and how much deeper you still have to go. Blank and empty, empty and blank. You can find that my words resonate and vibrate deep within your mind right now. It may be that you feel each word as it enters into your mind, feeling pleasure from each word that enters your mind right here and right now. So that it feels good to have my words and my suggestions completely fill your mind, absorbing my words into that blank, empty mind, becoming more captivated, more excited by the sound of my voice, as it lulls, soothes, and guides you through this fantastic experience that you imagine already. And you can allow yourself to go even deeper. And maybe you can picture the control that I have right now, controlling the pace and tempo of your trance, controlling the depth of your trance, controlling how and what, if anything, you think. Just becoming so absorbed with the sensations, the pleasure, the obedience that you can find in trance, being such a good subject that you go amazingly deep. So deep. That's right. And the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you want to go. And the more my words fill your mind, the more blank you become. And the more blank you become, the more you want my words to fill your mind. becoming so absorbed and fascinated with every suggestion I make as you sink down deeper, further, so entranced, in trance, becoming hypnotized with being hypnotized. And so your mind and body are literally becoming filled with my hypnotic language. My hypnotic language subsumed your mind, consumed your thoughts. So the only thing existing really are my words, how they fill your mind completely. How your body feels, become more aware, more absorbed, consumed, and fascinated with the way that your body feels right now. How blank and empty your mind is right now. And that's okay. That's good. This is what you wanted. And it's happening right now. And the great thing is that there really is no right or wrong way to do this. Because your body and your mind and your unconscious mind already know how you go into trance. They already know how you enjoy it. They already anticipated it. You've already imagined it, and here it is. Go deeper for me now, as deep as you can possibly go, and then go that little bit deeper. Feeling amazingly free and liberated to go as deep as you possibly can go. Because going deep for me feels so good. Going deep for me is an amazing bond of trust, and I love it when you go so deep, becoming more compliant, more obedient, living in the here and now, in the present, from this second to this second. And you can just let it happen. And if you'd like to, you can imagine yourself whatever way you imagine. Maybe you visualize or feel yourself in a trance, and in the most deep trance of all. And maybe you could just float into that version of yourself that's incredibly, utterly, incalculably deep right now. And of course you find yourself going even deeper than before, so very deep. Possibly the deepest you've ever gone. And that in turn opens up going deeper with every successive trance. And so now you can enjoy peace, stillness, calmness, pleasure, submission, obedience, whichever's right or appropriate for you. And you can take the well-being into your everyday life, and that's good. Because peace and calm are always there within you. Always accessible, always readily available. For when it's appropriate and safe to feel calm and relaxed. And so you can let my words fill your mind so completely that you're utterly blank. Your mind is utterly empty for anything other than the sensations and the sound and the words that I say. And doesn't that feel utterly sublime? To just be here and now, in the moment, in each and every moment in this session, to feel as deep as you've ever gone before. Your mind filled with my hypnotic words and my hypnotic language and my hypnotic suggestions. Take the time now to really become even more absorbed and fascinated. My voice will leave you to enjoy this for several minutes before coming back and bringing you back up. Now in a few moments I'm going to count from 1 up to 5, and when I reach 5 you're going to come out of trance, feeling amazingly calm and relaxed, knowing that you've enjoyed such a great experience. And when I reach 5 you'll be freed of any suggestions that aren't right, safe or appropriate with you, although that calm relaxation can stay with you today, tomorrow, maybe even for the next week. 1. Coming up out of trance, becoming more alert. 2. Still feeling amazingly calm and relaxed, but beginning to become more alert. 3. You may want to wiggle your fingers and toes. 4. You may want to stretch, yawn, feel yourself come out of trance. And 5. Opening your eyes, coming out of trance, free of any suggestions that aren't right, safe or appropriate for you right now. And as always, I thank you for listening.